The thing with Academy is that because it's smaller class sizes, we do get a better knowledge of how our teachers are as people, but I still feel it can kind of be a bit shallow at times. I think sometimes students get in the mindset of teachers give homework, they grade, return it back, but they do so much behind the scenes that we don't really know, whether it's meetings, grading papers, and I think overall they do so much for us that sometimes we don't really give the appreciation they deserve. So hopefully to all the teachers at Academy, this serves as a adequate enough thank you for all the work that you've done this year and years prior. So Dr. Lester, how have you enjoyed your first year here teaching at Academy?
I've enjoyed it a lot. It's been really fun to get to know the kids and to, teach with faculty that I've, been taught by before and get to know all of the colleagues here. It's great to be back.
So how do you like your first year here at Academy?
It's been going really good. It's one of those nice things as people have gotten to know me better and I've gotten to know them better. I think that people are starting to see what kind of teacher I want them to know I am. And so people are coming in for help and just to ask questions, and it's fun. It's really nice to get to know everybody.
Yeah. So Ms. Dillon, what did you love most about your job and what made you want to come into work every day?
Definitely the relationships that I've had with people, colleagues and students, and just the day-to-day hoping that I'm helping somebody somewhere throughout their school day, help to make this place home for others. It's been my home for so many years now, and I do have many great memories of Columbus Academy, and it's going to be hard to leave everything behind, but I'll always cherish the relationships, the good times, the bad times, the tough conversations, the laughs, my advisories. There's just so much. I could go on and on, but it's all comes down to the relationships for me.
Mm-hmm. What hobbies you have outside of teaching?
My kids. My kids basically take up all my time outside of school, just because they're so young. But besides my kids, I don't know, I like watching sporting events, the Buckeyes, the Browns.
I am finishing up grad school, so none at the moment. My hobby that I'm dreaming of is sleep, and that will make me a happy person, hopefully, on Saturday when I submit my last assignment.
Outside the classroom, I love hiking, I love going for a run, I love to cook. I have close friends, I go to a church that I really enjoy, and I love spending time with family and friends.
Okay.
Grading, no, that is not it. I love to run. I love to water ski. I play tennis. I play tennis poorly, but I love to play tennis. And I love to read, and I love to write.
Well, it's kind of funny how hobbies might change over time. When I lived overseas in Egypt for 6 years and in Poland for 4 years, my hobbies might have been more about traveling the world through, Europe and Asia and the Middle East. But more recently, it's been more like gardening, cheering on sports teams like Michigan State Spartans, the Cubs, the Blue Jackets, and anything Canadian hockey or curling. But also just, fatherhood has been a new thing for me. And so I think, that would probably be the biggest hobby of all, that it's just been exciting to have a son and just to be able to start with those beginning stages of his life.
Well, I write poetry. I also play on a delightful co-ed, co-rec soccer team that has a lot of Academy teachers on it. We're called We Love Kittens, with an exclamation point. So I play soccer. I also like watching movies and hanging out with my cats.
Oh, that's easy. I just watch sports. And it's pretty much Academy sports nowadays. I go to a lot of activities after school. Watch baseball, basketball, field hockey, lacrosse, track, theater, music, whatever.
Let me think. I read voraciously. I walk my dog all the time. And quite honestly, I do my best thinking and planning when I cut the grass. So I cut the grass a lot.
Why do you always wear plaid?
You know, it's kind of funny how, you started a new school, and I had a good number of plaid shirts, but I also had some solid colored shirts before coming here. And then I just started wearing it more often coming to CA, and then people just caught on to a pattern. It became a thing, and so now it's stuck.
Would you ever want to switch it up, like a solid color shirt and then a plaid tie?
I have done that. Actually, at prom, if people notice, I had a solid shirt, but then the plaid tie was there, so I had to represent.
What was the funniest or fondest memory you have of Academy?
I can't tell you the funniest, but okay, as many people know, we have a contest to see who can turn off the lights the fastest. And one of my favorite memories is having a student, before we turn off the lights, tell a joke. And I have to give a shout out to Adi Jecherla because he's had some of the best jokes throughout the year.
You know, I'd argue it's this weird tradition here at Academy that almost every student, as they leave my classroom, regardless of how good or bad the lesson was, they say thank you. I always think I should put out a tip jar just to see if I could make some money off that, but that's what I like.
You know, I think my first year here, firing the potato cannon for my class, it wasn't the practice round where they almost called the police and security came out and grabbed me. It was actually with the class when the students actually took it over and it was raining and they wanted to stay outside and fire a lot more, which it made me feel like they really appreciated the lesson. It was awesome.
Do you have any go-to puns that you like to use?
Go-to puns? No. They're spur of the moment. Kids often ask, do I rehearse them ahead of time, but I don't. They are really just based on what kids say. It's more of a curse than a blessing. They pop into my head, they pop out of my mouth, sometimes at very inappropriate times.
So, Ms. Benning, what's the root of your passion for the Service Board?
I think it is the students, but also I would say that if you are a humanist, which I consider myself to be a humanist, that you want the education that you and the kind of content that you share with students to be about something bigger than verbs and nouns. And so I think what it is when you're talking about service, it really does come out of a kind of classical education, which means that you are an active contributor in every way to the community in which you live. And most importantly, that those who need your help should get your help.
What are you planning to do after retiring?
Good question. Well, I hope to take some time off and enjoy my family, travel and see my kids more often. Eventually, I may get back into healthcare somewhere down the road. I'm looking for that possibility. I also have a crafty side to me. I like to be creative. I have my own business, but I haven't really shared that with people, but now you all know. So I hope to see where that goes and have some fun with some creative things in my life as well as my family.
Well, everyone's asking me that, and the word plan for me is kind of an oxymoron a little bit. I will do a few road trips, catch up on some family, trying to reconnect with them, and then just see how bored I get, see how much I still want to live in Columbus, and I'll have options to move to other places, maybe find second careers, either teaching or doing something different, but I'll play it by ear after a year or so.